As someone who has the privilege of working alongside customers every day, I know that the customer experience is always top of mind. Here to tell us how conversational AI can improve that experience is Lili Cheng. Hello, Lili. Hi, thank you for being with us.
Hi, it's great to be here. Thanks.
I'm so excited. It was really educational for me to prepare for this interview. There's so much exciting stuff happening in conversational AI, but tell us a little bit about how you ended up in this space in your journey to working in conversational AI.
Well, I think for me, I think you know this, but I'm half Japanese and half Chinese, but I grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. And my husband is half Israeli and half French. So in our family, just everyday life, language and just being able for everyone to communicate is really, I think is at the heart of every family. And, I also have teenagers. So just speaking English to them and understanding, what they're talking about sometimes, English can almost feel like another language. So language and conversation is just part of me, I think.
That's so important. And, it's interesting. I mean, I've been a solution architect for a long time and a part-time developer, but even for me, I didn't think about conversation in my solutions until very recently when I was actually watching my husband talk to all these devices in our house in his phone. I'm like, oh, he talks to everything and I often don't, right? Haven't we seen a huge change in that over the course of the last 15 months and with us all being impacted by the pandemic?
Absolutely. I mean, we had this dream or this idea early on that people spend so much time online and so much time in their conversation apps. And we wanted just to bring all the things that you do right there into your conversation and the way you're sharing. And I think the way we're seeing students use Teams or, people just meeting and living online, this year has been a huge year for us.
Yeah,
Very.
so much change has happened in such a compressed period of time. I know that that's been something for us all to deal with. But, we're here at Microsoft Build and we're talking to developers. And, developers want to put these tools and these experiences in their applications. But how are we making that easy for them? What are we doing for them?
So we're really seeing kind of two types of things, really breadth and depth in use of conversational AI. So, for example, for depth, one of the things that's super cool that we have is, we use Teams a lot, and we've made that back end of Teams, that telephony, available for developers. So the same thing we use in Teams is available in Azure. And one of the things that we're seeing developers say is, hey, we want to be able to automate conversational AI and add intelligence like we're doing. And then we want to be able to hand off to a person and have them, talk through telephony. And so just a couple weeks ago, we had our first production customer, Montgomery County, Maryland, came to us and said, hey, we know you're still in preview, but we need to be able to have our citizens be able to call in and schedule their COVID vaccines. Not everybody can use the web, and just being able to call is so important. And so they use our combined tools to automate sort of the calling of people, and then the handoff to a person is needed. And right out of the gate, I think we had like 10,000 people calling every single day using a combination of Bot Framework and the Azure Communication Service. And to do that, we added a telephony channel in Bot Framework. So we're just really excited that we're seeing people do these deeper engagements. And then the other really cool thing that we did is we worked with Zamo, who's a solution integrator, and they actually helped Montgomery County build this solution. So they used all of our open source tools. So we just, I think yesterday, released the new Bot Framework Composer, which is extensible and embeddable, and it's all on GitHub, so it's open source. And they actually embedded those tools Zamo embedded their tools into their solution, so that solution provider can really provide solutions to Montgomery County, but to lots of other organizations.
That's just such a fantastic story. And it's a real world example, which I think is really helpful of, where we're going with this technology, but also for me, inclusion. The idea that no, not everyone can use the web and providing this additional channel with the tools. Plus, I'm a huge fan of GitHub. I love how we're embracing open source. I think that is fantastic across the ecosystem. So I love that. And I feel like you're really focusing on trying to make things simpler so that our developers can kind of build once and use in many places. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, you are totally right. So just for the health bot, I think 3,000 organizations were able to really quickly roll that out. And one of the things I think that we're hearing from developers is it's really great that we can build these conversational experiences, but we want to be able to put our experiences in a lot of places. We might want to extend search and have our functionality just appear as a search answer, or we might want to extend not just in a chat experience, but be able to extend that experience into Outlook or an email. And so one of the things that we've done is for those of you who are familiar with Bot Framework, we use a technology called adaptive cards, which lets you author the UI once, and then it adapts to the host app. So you can build it once and it can appear in Skype or Teams or Slack or in your app. And so we use that exact same technology to enable not just building a Teams bot, but a Teams tab or an Outlook extension and search. So if you build this once, you can reuse that UI and just have it appear in many, many different experiences as well as your own app or your web page. So I think we're really simplifying that experiences for developers. I'm excited, and you'll hear a lot more about that from the Teams team and Outlook and throughout Build. And then another way that we're really getting breadth, which we're really, this is really, it's been a long time passion of mine to make sure that everybody can create experiences. And so we're really addressing people who don't code. You don't need to code at all, or maybe you want to just code a little bit through the Power Suite. So we have the Power Virtual Agent. So people who don't code can begin really quickly, author an experience, and then if they want to, they can either work with a developer or extend it themselves with all the full power of Bot Framework on Azure. So I think that breadth, being able to leverage your experience in lots of ways, and then also have all different types of people be able to author these experiences is really exciting for us.
It's exciting for me too. I think this is a fantastic topic, and adaptive cards, so powerful, and those Power Virtual Agents, because there's lots of different types of developers out in the world. And I love how we're building that into, our strategy, and to hear you, really embracing that and the thinking of this important work you do is makes me really happy. I'm one of those people that codes part-time, not all the time, and love the Power Virtual Agents and being able to come in that low code, no code way, and still get great business impact. So, it's just really exciting. And thank you so much for being with us, Lili.
Sure. Really exciting. And I hope everybody checks out the stuff and has a great build. So thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And we know that you're going to check that out because there's so much more to learn about conversational AI. You can get started at the link shown here, and make sure that you do bring this into your portfolio of skills so that you too can improve the customer experience.